It's a typical Saturday night at the new Conservatory Theater Center in San Francisco. In Theater 3, husband and wife team Billy Philadelphia and Meg McKay are warming up for a sold-out show of cabaret music.
This wacky thing, what is
Down the hall in the Walker Theater, actors are in rehearsal for Rescue and Recovery, a dark piece about a recovering drug addict. And next door, in the Decker Theater, it's opening night for Mambo Italiano, a rollicking comedy that puts a new spin on the original movie version.
Who could react if I were to tell them?
Tell them what?
You know that I'm...
A fag?
My son just told me he's an homosexuality. I gotta start with something.
It's really an amazing place. First of all, it's a multiplex of theaters, and there always seems to be something in every single one of them going.
I'll be in New York next week.
At the center of all this activity is artistic director Ed Decker, who founded the company in 1981. Over the years, Ed has filled the 3 intimate theaters here with an eclectic mix of programming, much of it catering to gay audiences. In the company's annual Pride season, he's taken on serious plays about serious issues, as well as the high camp of productions like Pageant.
I like the sort of over-the-top and camp thing because it provides a really nice contrast for some of the other things that we do that may be more on the have a serious tone. By looking at something that has whimsy in it, you can still look at those issues, but you can have a good time and you can laugh while you're doing it. And boy, do we need to do that.
They did a show at New Conservatory, Southern Baptist Sissies, which is about, you know, I grew up Southern Baptist in Texas, as this play was about. And I had never seen that story told anywhere else. It was a comedy, it was very fun, it was kind of fun to sing along with the hymns, but it was definitely getting at a story that I had never seen told anywhere else, and one that I think many of us in that audience related to. And we're grateful to see that story for the first time.
I can't wait to try it on with my new brown buck.
Enough already. Who's in charge of the sissy?
I'm interested in producing pieces that look at the gay experience from a lot of different perspectives. And what I'm trying to do with our Pride season is speak to the experiences of our gay audiences because they enjoy seeing themselves on stage.
How about it?
You guys!
And of course it pushes the envelope too. I mean, that has been, I think, a role that maybe the gay community has had for a long, long time, that we can go and brazenly talk about sexuality and identity and gender roles and those kinds of things.
But there's another side to the story here that makes the new Conservatory unique among American theaters.
$350!
Every week, close to 100 kids, ages 7 to 18, participate in the theater's youth programs. Over the years, more than 6,000 children have trained and performed here.
So, are you a member of the Fag Club?
And many more have attended performances presented by the new Conservatory's Youth Aware program. Plays written for young audiences that take on issues like substance abuse, sexual assault, and in the case of today's performance at Alhambra High School in Martinez, gay bashing.
Not one of my ex-best friends who I trusted, who I thought I knew.
He's still the same person!
Except he's a fag. And that's supposed to be cool, right? I'm sorry, it's not.
Theater is such a great way to connect with kids on a different level as far as getting these issues out. Issues that are often too hard for them to talk about, you know, in the hallways or in the classroom. Theater is a great vehicle to get them talking about those issues.
Whatever it was, does that one incident make Rick gay?
At the moment, we're the only theater in the country that has such an active and integrated, you know, sort of gay theater component and a educational theater component. I'd like to think that this theater could coexist anywhere, anytime, but truthfully, in the country at the moment, I don't believe it can.
The new Conservatory has earned a national reputation for taking on difficult subjects and risky projects.
I'm fine, how are you?
A reputation that has opened many new doors. Today, Ed is in New York City, on his way to meet with award-winning composer David Friedman, who is pitching a cabaret-style show for next year's Pride season.
The gay critics really support me and really gave me rave reviews. But some of them were angry in private that there wasn't more gay stuff in it. And they said, you're a gay writer, and you should be the, yeah. And I said, you know, I'm not a gay writer, I'm a writer.
The reputation has grown in all of the right ways. It used to be, what, who? And now it's welcome. We've heard about you, and you do good work.
And I sing, there are voices softly whispering inside my head, telling me I'm gonna be all right. They keep saying, and then I hear, let yourself be led where you are led.
I'm very intrigued with taking the risk and doing it with all guys.
And it would be a little different, I'd imagine, because it is very sort of, it's not serious because it is funny, but it is. It's
poignant.
Yeah.
Ed is also considering several controversial and explicit new works for next season. One of them a new play about photographer Robert Mapplethorpe.
Hello, good morning.
It's good to meet you in person.
Good to meet you too.
You're a real risk taker. I mean, Brian's piece was blacklisted from a theater here in New York.
In New York?
Uh-huh.
I find that
Yeah.
hard to believe.
Yeah.
When I started the new conservatory, it was during the Reagan administration. So I feel like if I can survive that.
Against all odds.
Another possibility for the coming season is a play about a gay bathhouse, written by David Parr, entitled Slap and Tickle.
It's not, you know, the sort of stereotypical gay theater, naked boys running around kind of thing. It's more of a, one of the things that I like about it is more of a tease, actually, in some ways.
Well, we did get, in New York, Chicago, well, everywhere, because the 4 guys are in towels. That's their costume for the show.
When I first started New Conservatory, we had a lot of...
Naked boys acting.
Exactly, we had a lot of nude men, and so we got, in the first 5 years of the presidency, it was the Nude Conservatory. And so it's taken me almost 5 years.
Sorry, that's funny.
Yeah.
I
You hadn't heard that?
strive to push past my own comfort level. Whenever I start to see us producing things that are sort of easily done, I quickly move in the other direction. Because if I don't feel challenged and a little bit afraid myself, then the edge goes out of it, and it changes itself somehow. It's a guessing game, and my fear sometimes stems around, have I guessed correctly? On that. So as far as the costume designs and things are going to concern, I'm going to continue to push us to be as outrageous and as colorful and fun as
Nearly a
possible.
quarter century after Ed launched his first pioneering productions here, gay-themed plays and programming are appearing on Broadway, on network television, and on movie screens nationwide.
If you have a big pineapple,
I was glad with a cabbage.
Yes, exactly. You're there. You're there.
Perfect. Mango.
Carrots. Yes, perfect.
Ironically, the successful mainstreaming of gay subject matter and gay artists has meant some changes at New Conservatory.
I want to see if we can push it a little bit more. And
I think in the beginning, you know, gay theater, black theater, women's theater, you know, they all sort of had their spaces, you know, around the circle. And I feel like now people are sort of, these forms of theater are cross-pollinating more than ever, and I think that's the most significant change. Is, you know, gay theater is no longer just for gay people, and African American theater, and so on and so forth. The audiences are expanding because I think socially things are more accepted. Happy opening night! The kind of work that we put on our stage is beginning to include other aspects of the gay community, and also the straight community, or the questioning community.
Whatever you say, I just pray that he'll find himself a nice Italian girl. He won't find himself a nice Italian girl. He's gay!
No one is gayer than my son.
I always encourage folks to, and myself now I'm reminded, to really not judge things by, things may not always be what they seem. And this is not an exclusive theater organization. No theater is exclusive. Everybody's invited.
And And he's got a new boyfriend.
Oh, a gorgeous man.
Loves Angelo to death.
I should love my wife the way this guy loves Angelo.